Question 1. Trap alert. Listen to every single word. Why should you keep your interior cab light off while driving at night? Option A. It drains the battery too quickly. Option B. It makes it harder to see outside by creating glare on the windshield. Option C. It is illegal in all 50 states. The correct answer is B. It makes it harder to see outside by creating glare on the windshield. Driving through a pitch-black rural area necessitates turning off dome lights and dimming the dashboard so internal glare does not obscure your view through the windshield. Question 2. Get ready. This one requires your full focus. By how much should you reduce your speed on a wet road? Option A. By about 1/3. Option B. By exactly 1/2. Option C. By 1/4. The correct answer is A. By about 1/3. Encountering a heavy rainstorm forces a driver to reduce their speed by about 1/3 to compensate for doubled stopping distances. Question 3. Trap question ahead. Don't jump to conclusions. If you intend to carry hazmat that requires placards, what specific endorsement must you have? Option A. An N endorsement. Option B. An H endorsement. Option C. An X endorsement. The correct answer is B. An H endorsement. Accepting a dispatch for hazardous chemicals means you will also need to have an H endorsement if the load requires placards. Question 4. This question is designed to confuse you. Stay sharp. Which type of vehicle should never use the stab braking technique? Option A. An unloaded vehicle. Option B. A passenger bus. Option C. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system, ABS. The correct answer is C. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system, ABS. Pumping the brakes wildly is completely wrong for modern trucks, as vehicles with ABS require steady pressure, not stab braking. Question 5. Watch your step. They are trying to fool you here. What is the standard rule for determining the number of tie-downs based on cargo length? Option A. At least one tie-down for each 5 feet of cargo. Option B. At least one tie-down for each 10 feet of cargo. Option C. At least 2 tie-downs for each 15 feet of cargo. The correct answer is B. At least one tie-down for each 10 feet of cargo. Strapping down a row of lumber demands that the cargo should have at least one tie-down for each 10 feet of cargo. Question 6. This question is designed to confuse you. Stay sharp. If you are forced to return to the road from the shoulder before stopping, what is the proper steering technique? Option A. Edge gradually back onto the pavement. Option B. Turn sharply to get back on, then countersteer immediately once the front tires are on the pavement. Option C. Apply full brakes while turning the wheel. The correct answer is B. Turn sharply to get back on, then countersteer immediately once the front tires are on the pavement. Dropping your right tires onto a soft shoulder at speed requires gripping the wheel firmly, making one sharp turn back onto the asphalt, and instantly countersteering to avoid shooting across lanes. Question 7. This one tries to trick you. Listen closely. How does an anti-lock braking system, ABS, affect a vehicle? Option A. It shortens the stopping distance in all weather conditions. Option B. It allows you to drive faster safely. Option C. It helps you maintain steering control during hard braking. The correct answer is C. It helps you maintain steering control during hard braking. Activating the ABS during an emergency stop prevents wheel lockup, which directly allows the driver to maintain steering control to maneuver around obstacles. Question 8. What must you check regularly during a trip besides the vehicle's instruments and gauges? Option A. The stereo system. Option B. Cargo and cargo covers. Option C. The paint condition. The correct answer is B. Cargo and cargo covers. Driving down the highway safely means a driver must frequently check their mirrors to monitor tires, lighting, and the securement of cargo and covers. Question 9. Can a driver operate a vehicle transporting hazmat that requires placards without an H endorsement? Option A. Yes, if it is a short local delivery. Option B. No, never. To do so is a crime. Option C. Yes, if the driver has an X endorsement instead. The correct answer is B. No, never. To do so is a crime. Taking an assignment to haul a fully placarded load of explosives absolutely requires the driver to possess an H or X endorsement on their CDL to avoid criminal citations. Question 10. What is the maximum length allowed for a single vehicle in California, excluding permitted extensions? Option A. 40 feet. Option B. 65 feet. Option C. 45 feet. The correct answer is A. 40 feet. Measuring a new straight truck for legality requires knowing that the maximum length for a single vehicle is 40 feet. Question 11. How can you tell if your truck is equipped with an anti-lock braking system, ABS? Option A. There is an A symbol on the gear shifter. Option B. A yellow ABS malfunction lamp on the dashboard lights up during startup. Option C. The vehicle emits a continuous beep whenever you brake. The correct answer is B. A yellow ABS malfunction lamp on the dashboard lights up during startup. Identifying whether a rig has ABS is simply a matter of watching for the yellow ABS warning light to illuminate briefly when turning the ignition key. Question 12. When inspecting wheel nuts, what sign usually indicates that they might be loose? Option A. Rust around the nuts. Option B. Extremely shiny metal surfaces. Option C. Leaking grease. The correct answer is A. Rust around the nuts. Looking closely at the rims, a driver can spot loose nuts if they see rust trails extending from the nut positions. Question 13. This question has a catch. Think twice. What marking is required if a load extends 1 foot or more to the left on any vehicle? Option A. A solid red flag placed directly on the driver's side door. Option B. An amber light on the extreme left side of the load. Option C. 2 red lights on the left rear bumper. The correct answer is B. An amber light on the extreme left side of the load. Carrying wide sheet metal that protrudes over the lane line means you must have an amber light on the extreme left side of the load. Question 14. Focus up. This is a complex scenario. Why shouldn't you rely solely on your taillights when parked on the side of the road at night? Option A. Because taillights consume too much battery power. Option B. Because approaching drivers may think your vehicle is moving normally in a traffic lane and crash into you. Option C. Because the red color is hard to see in the dark. The correct answer is B. Because approaching drivers may think your vehicle is moving normally in a traffic lane and crash into you. Activating your four-way flashers is critical when parked on the shoulder at night so other drivers don't mistake your taillights for a moving vehicle. Question 15. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. If you experience a loss of hydraulic brake pressure, what is one immediate step you can take? Option A. Apply the accelerator to build vacuum pressure. Option B. Downshift to a lower gear to use engine braking. Option C. Turn the steering wheel sharply side to side. The correct answer is B. Downshift to a lower gear to use engine braking. Feeling the brake pedal go soft and spongy requires the driver to immediately downshift the transmission to utilize engine braking to slow the runaway vehicle. Question 16. What is the most important reason for conducting a pre-trip vehicle inspection? Option A. To satisfy federal logbook regulations. Option B. Safety for yourself and other road users. Option C. To keep the maintenance mechanics accountable. The correct answer is B. Safety for yourself and other road users. Walking around your rig before a shift ensures safety for you and everyone else on the road by catching defects early. Question 17. Is it safe to remove the radiator cap when the engine is hot and the pressurized system is still under pressure? Option A. Yes, if you use a wet towel to protect your hands. Option B. No, boiling water and steam can spray out and cause severe burns. Option C. Yes, if you turn the cap very slowly. The correct answer is B. No, boiling water and steam can spray out and cause severe burns. Dealing with an overheating engine requires patience. You must never open a hot radiator cap because high-pressure steam will erupt. Question 18. This question is designed to confuse you. Stay sharp. If your hydraulic brakes fail, what is one method you could try to slow down? Option A. Turn off the engine immediately. Option B. Shift into neutral. Option C. Pump the brake pedal to generate pressure. The correct answer is C. Pump the brake pedal to generate pressure. Experiencing a spongy brake pedal going to the floor means the driver should quickly pump the pedal, which can sometimes build enough hydraulic pressure to stop. Question 19. Why should you not let air out of a hot tire in very hot weather? Option A. Because it will melt the valve stem. Option B. Because the pressure will be too low when the tire cools off. Option C. Because it will cause an immediate blowout. The correct answer is B. Because the pressure will be too low when the tire cools off. Checking blazing hot tires in the desert means you must leave the pressure alone, as releasing air will leave the tire severely underinflated once it returns to normal temperatures. Question 20. Watch your step. They are trying to fool you here. In a skid, what usually causes the trailer to push the towing vehicle sideways? A jackknife. Option A. A front wheel skid. Option B. Skidding due to underinflated tires. Option C. A drive wheel braking skid. The correct answer is C. A drive wheel braking skid. Locking up the rear drive axles on a slippery road removes their traction, allowing the forward momentum of the trailer to violently push the cab sideways into a V-shape. Question 21. Trap alert. Listen to every single word. What is the minimum required distance between large vehicles traveling in a caravan on an open highway? Option A. 100 feet. Option B. 50 feet. Option C. 300 feet. The correct answer is A. 100 feet. Maintaining a convoy on a rural road legally requires leaving at least 100 feet of space between trucks to allow passenger cars room to pass safely. Question 22. According to the rules on spilling loads, what is a consequence of willfully damaging a highway facility? Option A. The driver is liable for the cost of repairing the road or facility. Option B. The commercial vehicle will be permanently impounded. Option C. The driver's CDL is automatically suspended for a year. The correct answer is A. The driver is liable for the cost of repairing the road or facility. Ignoring weight limits on a fragile roadway can lead to infrastructure damage, leaving the person liable for the cost of repairing the road or any facility damaged. Question 23. What happens if a driver uses a testing aid, like a cell phone, during the CDL knowledge test? Option A. The test will be paused until the device is put away. Option B. The applicant must pay an additional testing fee. Option C. The knowledge test will be marked as a failure. The correct answer is C. The knowledge test will be marked as a failure. Taking the written exam requires strict adherence to rules. If any testing aids is used during the knowledge test, the test will be marked as a failure. Question 24. Watch out! This is a known trap question. What must you do before starting a left turn at an intersection? Option A. Turn early to claim the lane. Option B. Reach the center of the intersection before starting the turn. Option C. Swing wide to the right first. The correct answer is B. Reach the center of the intersection before starting the turn. Pulling into an intersection to turn left means the driver must reach the very center before turning the wheel, preventing the trailer's left side from off-tracking into other cars. Question 25. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. Which vehicles are required to stop at all railroad advance warning signs? Option A. All flatbed trucks. Option B. Passenger and hazmat carrying vehicles. Option C. Only school buses. The correct answer is B. Passenger and hazmat carrying vehicles. Approaching a railroad crossing mandates that any commercial vehicle carrying passengers or hazardous materials must come to a complete stop to check for trains. Question 26. Pay close attention to the details on this next one. When a load extends 4 feet or more beyond the rear of the body during daylight, what must be placed at the extreme end? Option A. 2 lit red lights. Option B. A solid red or fluorescent orange flag at least 12 inches square. Option C. A flashing amber beacon. The correct answer is B. A solid red or fluorescent orange flag at least 12 inches square. Transporting long steel beams in the daytime requires a solid red or fluorescent orange flag at least 12 inches square at the extreme end if it extends 4 feet. Question 27. How do you check for a vehicle icing problem while driving? Option A. Open the window and feel the front of the mirror or antenna. Option B. Look for ice forming on the inside of the windshield. Option C. Tap the brakes sharply to check for skidding. The correct answer is A. Open the window and feel the front of the mirror or antenna. Driving through freezing rain prompts a driver to reach out the window and feel the mirror bracket to quickly determine if ice is forming on the vehicle. Question 28. Attention driver. This question is known to be difficult. What is the safest way to remove a radiator cap when the engine is hot? Option A. Turn it quickly to release the pressure all at once. Option B. Never remove the radiator cap until the system has cooled. Option C. Pour cold water on it before twisting. The correct answer is B. Never remove the radiator cap until the system has cooled. Dealing with an overheating engine requires patience, as opening a pressurized hot radiator cap will cause boiling water and steam to severely burn you. Question 29. What danger does a broken exhaust system present to the driver? Option A. It reduces engine braking efficiency. Option B. It allows poisonous carbon monoxide fumes into the cab. Option C. It causes the vehicle to fail emissions tests. The correct answer is B. It allows poisonous carbon monoxide fumes into the cab. Smelling exhaust fumes inside the sleeper berth indicates a broken exhaust system, which can leak lethal carbon monoxide gas into the cab. Question 30. How does doubling your speed from 20 to 40 miles per hour affect the impact and braking distance? Option A. It doubles the impact and braking distance. Option B. It makes the impact and braking distance 4 times greater. Option C. It triples the impact and braking distance. The correct answer is B. It makes the impact and braking distance 4 times greater. Speeding up from 20 to 40 miles per hour drastically increases danger because the physical impact and the required braking distance become 4 times greater. Question 31. What action does the move over law generally require when approaching a roadside incident? Option A. Come to a complete stop and wait for a police signal. Option B. Honk your horn to warn the workers before passing at the speed limit. Option C. Change into a lane not next to the incident or slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is C. Change into a lane not next to the incident or slow down and proceed with caution. Approaching a flashing emergency vehicle on the shoulder legally mandates changing lanes away from the incident or significantly slowing down. Question 32. Turn up the volume. You don't want to miss this detail. When making a right turn in a large vehicle, why should you keep the rear close to the curb? Option A. To prevent other drivers from passing you on the right. Option B. To allow smaller vehicles to pass on the left. Option C. To avoid hitting overhead traffic lights. The correct answer is A. To prevent other drivers from passing you on the right. Executing a tight right turn safely requires keeping the trailer close to the curb so that impatient drivers do not attempt to squeeze past on the right side. Question 33. Heads up. This is one of the hardest questions on the test. Why do dry bulk tanks require extremely cautious driving on curves? Option A. Because the cargo is typically flammable. Option B. Because they have a high center of gravity, and the load can shift. Option C. Because they lack internal baffles completely. The correct answer is B. Because they have a high center of gravity, and the load can shift. Entering a sharp off-ramp with a dry bulk tank requires slow speeds because they have a high center of gravity, and the load can shift. Question 34. Why must you use antifreeze windshield washer fluid in winter conditions? Option A. To make the rain stick to the glass better. Option B. To prevent the washer fluid from freezing in the reservoir and nozzles. Option C. To prevent the windshield from getting scratched. The correct answer is B. To prevent the washer fluid from freezing in the reservoir and nozzles. Attempting to clear a muddy windshield in freezing weather with plain water will instantly ice over the spray nozzles, completely blinding the driver. Question 35. Heads up. This is one of the hardest questions on the test. What is the average reaction time for an alert driver to physically hit the brakes? Option A. 1.5 to 2 seconds. Option B. 3/4 second to 1 second. Option C. 1/4 to 1/2 second. The correct answer is B. 3/4 second to 1 second. Spotting a sudden hazard forces an alert driver's brain to react, which takes an average of March 4th to 1 full second before the foot actually applies the brake. Question 36. Careful driver. This is a classic trap. Why is it dangerous to shift gears while crossing railroad tracks? Option A. It causes the vehicle to bounce too much. Option B. You could miss a gear, lose momentum, and get stuck on the tracks. Option C. The transmission could overheat. The correct answer is C. The transmission could overheat. Traversing elevated railroad tracks demands staying in one gear throughout the crossing, because missing a shift could leave your heavy rig completely stranded in the path of a train. Question 37. A lot of test takers get this wrong. Listen closely. How much space must be left between large vehicles driven in a caravan on the open highway? Option A. At least 50 feet. Option B. At least 100 feet. Option C. At least 300 feet. The correct answer is B. At least 100 feet. Convoying with other company trucks on a rural highway legally dictates leaving a minimum gap of 100 feet between rigs so that passenger cars have room to overtake and pass safely. Question 38. Trap question ahead. Don't jump to conclusions. How far below the upper edge of the cargo area must aggregate material be carried? Option A. 6 inches below the upper edge. Option B. 12 inches below the upper edge. Option C. Flush with the upper edge if properly covered. The correct answer is A. 6 inches below the upper edge. Loading gravel into a dump truck requires that the aggregate material be carried in the cargo area and be 6 inches below the upper edge. Question 39. Watch out for the tricky wording, it's a trap. Under ideal conditions, about how many feet of actual braking distance does a heavy truck need to stop when traveling at 55 miles per hour? Option A. About 142 feet. Option B. About 216 feet. Option C. About 61 feet. The correct answer is B. About 216 feet. Slamming on the brakes on dry pavement at 55 miles per hour, the mechanical braking distance alone takes about 216 feet before the truck completely halts. Question 40. How does the weight of an empty cargo van affect its overall height? Option A. It does not change the vehicle's height. Option B. An empty van is taller than a fully loaded one. Option C. An empty van is lower because the tires are not bulging. The correct answer is B. An empty van is taller than a fully loaded one. Approaching a low-clearance bridge, you must remember that an unloaded trailer sits noticeably higher because the suspension springs are uncompressed. Question 41. In the event of a fire, where should you position yourself before using the fire extinguisher? Option A. Downwind, so the smoke blows away from you. Option B. Upwind, letting the wind carry the extinguisher agent to the fire. Option C. Directly over the flames. The correct answer is B. Upwind, letting the wind carry the extinguisher agent to the fire. Deploying a fire extinguisher safely on the shoulder requires the driver to stand upwind, allowing the natural breeze to push the chemical retardant directly into the flames. Question 42. Which group is identified as being at increased risk for fall-asleep accidents? Option A. Local delivery drivers operating in the morning. Option B. Shift workers and long-haul commercial drivers. Option C. Drivers operating passenger vehicles on city streets. The correct answer is B. Shift workers and long-haul commercial drivers. Fighting fatigue on a graveyard shift puts long-haul commercial drivers and shift workers at a significantly higher risk for dangerous fall-asleep accidents. Question 43. What must you do with your shipping papers if you are transporting hazardous materials? Option A. Lock them in a secure safe in the sleeper berth. Option B. Keep them in a pouch on the driver's door or in clear view on the seat. Option C. Hand them to the first police officer you see on the trip. The correct answer is B. Keep them in a pouch on the driver's door or in clear view on the seat. Transporting a load of flammable liquids requires the driver to maintain the hazmat shipping papers in the driver's door pouch or clearly visible on the driver's seat. Question 44. If you experience a front tire blowout, what must you absolutely not do? Option A. Hold the steering wheel firmly with both hands. Option B. Brake hard immediately. Option C. Keep the vehicle moving straight. The correct answer is B. Brake hard immediately. Hearing the loud bang of a steer tire blowing out, your instinct might be to jam the brakes, but doing so will instantly cause a violent loss of control. Question 45. What is the minimum tread depth required for every major groove on front tires? Option A. 4/32 inch. Option B. 2/32 inch. Option C. 1/32 inch. The correct answer is A. 4/32 inch. During a pre-trip inspection, measuring the steer tires ensures they have at least 4/32 inch tread depth to maintain safe control. Question 46. What does rust around wheel nuts generally indicate during a vehicle inspection? Option A. The nuts might be loose. Option B. The rim is made of inferior metal. Option C. The brakes are overheating. The correct answer is A. The nuts might be loose. Examining the wheels closely during a pre-trip check reveals that rust streaks around lug nuts usually mean they are loose and need tightening. Question 47. This one tries to trick you. Listen closely. What action must you take if you notice 1/4 or more of the leaves in any leaf spring are missing? Option A. Secure the remaining leaves with U-bolts and proceed. Option B. Note it on the post-trip inspection and drive carefully. Option C. The vehicle is put out of service. The correct answer is C. The vehicle is put out of service. Discovering severely damaged suspension components like missing leaf springs automatically places the heavy vehicle out of service until fully repaired. Question 48. What is a common clue that a tourist or confused driver is on the road? Option A. They always drive in the far left lane. Option B. Driving very slowly, braking often, or looking at maps and signs. Option C. Using their turn signal blocks ahead of a turn. The correct answer is B. Driving very slowly, braking often, or looking at maps and signs. Scanning urban traffic reveals confused drivers when you spot a vehicle with out-of-state plates braking unexpectedly while the driver looks up at street signs. Question 49. What does an active railroad crossing possess that a passive one does not? Option A. Only a white stop line painted on the pavement. Option B. A traffic control device like flashing red lights or gates. Option C. A round, black on yellow warning sign. The correct answer is B. A traffic control device like flashing red lights or gates. Approaching a grade crossing equipped with descending gates and ringing bells indicates you are entering an active crossing with automated traffic control devices. Question 50. What must a CDL holder do if they are convicted of a traffic violation in any other jurisdiction? Option A. Notify the DMV only upon CDL renewal. Option B. Notify their motor vehicle licensing agency within 30 days. Option C. Notify their employer within 24 hours. The correct answer is B. Notify their motor vehicle licensing agency within 30 days. Receiving a speeding ticket while driving out of state dictates that you must notify your motor vehicle licensing agency within 30 days of the conviction. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your CDL exam.